Right now, two Ohio lawmakers are taking another stab at legalizing marijuana in our state. They've drafted a bill that will legalize and regulate sales for both personal and commercial cultivation while keeping our current medical marijuana program intact. Those medical businesses could get a license for their recreational program as well. Plus, those with nonviolent, low-level marijuana convictions could have their records sealed. This decriminalization could fill jobs in Ohio while giving resources back to law enforcement. And lastly, it would be the first regulation bill to include taxes from sales for education, health care for veterans, and road and bridge repairs. But we wanted to know what makes this bill different from others that could potentially move it forward this time around. Tanisha Cordell joins us now, going in depth to help answer those questions. Good morning, Tanisha.
Good morning. Yeah, short answer here is just time. One of the lawmakers co-sponsoring this bill says since Ohio has already rolled out and expanded its medical marijuana program, now's the time to move forward with regulating that recreational use.
Right now, the reality is if Ohio doesn't act, we are falling behind.
Democratic Representative Casey Weinstein of Hudson and Representative Terrence Upchurch of Cleveland believe their new push to legalize recreational marijuana in Ohio will have much stronger momentum this time around.
I think the time is right. The people are ready. And it's so beneficial in terms of revenues that we can drive back into communities and improve lives for Ohioans. It just made a lot of sense.
6 years ago, 64% of Ohioans voted against a constitutional amendment to legalize marijuana. It would have been grown at 10 pre-selected sites owned by investors.
Unfortunately, it ended up with a really flawed monopolistic type of approach that excluded a lot of Ohio from the benefits.
Since then, recreational marijuana has grown to become legal in 19 states, including Michigan, which the proposal is modeled after.
What I hope this does is add to the critical mass nationally that will compel the federal government to act.
And even though federal law still outlaws marijuana in all its forms, the federal government hasn't been enforcing those laws. So now there's an even stronger push to get Congress to make a new federal law consistent nationwide.
It's one of these issues, relatively few that are truly widely bipartisan in terms of their support.
But in order for this proposal to pass in Ohio, state Democrats need to get Republicans on board. And right now, the Cincinnati Enquirer reports Governor DeWine is still opposed to legalization.
But I think the most important thing when we talk bipartisanship is the data. And time again, it shows that Ohioans want this change.
Now, the full text of this legislation has not been released yet. Democrats, lawmakers still working on some final details. They expect to file, though, in the next few days. I'm Tanisha Cordell, News 5.
Thank you, Tanisha. They've